Good morning. It's Barb from Barb's Craft Room. I'm sitting outside here making envelope dangles, and I'm really enjoying this decent weather after such a horrible winter and all the ice storms and everything. It's so nice to sit outside and just enjoy the beauty of it all. And anyway, I thought I would do a video of what I'm doing. Why not? I don't know if you can see everything I'm doing, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So I took a square, I think it was maybe 3 by 6, and it was folded in half, and it was some pretty paper here. So I took it and cut the 3 by 6 in half. So then I had two squares that were 3 by 3, and then I turned them on my cutter at an angle. Let's see if I can show you here. Okay, so can you see here? Let me see. Let me turn my camera. So I believe this isn't quite 3 inches. It is 3 inches this way, but not quite 3 inches that way. But it's okay, I'm just showing you. And I took it and I put the point in the groove here. And I made sure the blade of my cutter will fall into the middle, and I push it down and I push it up. I have to hold it down, but I can't with one hand, and then I pull it down this way, and it gives me 2 triangles. Okay, so that's what I had with my 2 triangles. And I glued them onto a newsprint, some book page or whatever, I think it's book page. And I'm cutting off the excess, and I have 4 triangles now. So I'm cutting off the excess, and I'll show you this triangle. Looks like that. Now these are going to be envelopes, but they're not going to be the kind of envelope that a mini envelope maker machine or tool makes, because I saw Septeria Room. She made these envelopes out of a triangle, and I was very impressed with that. And so I decided to make my envelope dangles the way she made her envelopes. So for mine, they will have the ability to be a dangle. Okay, so I have now 4 of these. Oh, I forgot the edge of this one. You can hear people mowing the lawn today. So 4 triangles. I'm opening my ink. Let me cover my glue here. I'm opening my ink, and I'm going to make the edges darkened, not only on the page, but also on the pretty side. So I will have distressed edges on every on every envelope, so every corner of it. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I didn't pre-make these to see what it would look like. I'm just trying to create something that I thought would be cool. When I came out here, there was nobody mowing the lawn. Sound like they're getting closer to me. Okay. So we're going to take this this triangle, and we're going to fold the two corners in so that it looks like an envelope. And it's kind of tricky, especially if they're not, I don't think this is exactly, they have to be an exact triangle. Exact square, if you know what I mean. And this was 3 by, oh, that's the problem. This is 2 and whatever. And if they're not the exact same, you will have a crooked, envelope when you go to fold. It has to be a perfect square. That's how you mess it up, is you don't have a perfect square. Let me see if, okay. Almost 3. Almost 3. Okay, this one is more of a perfect square. But anyway, you're going to fold these in, corner in like that. Fold it in. And then try to match the other side so it looks like an envelope. Like that. See? That looks like an envelope. But it's a triangle. And then I always put the needle for my glue in my mouth. You glue the points down. And you have an envelope. These are so addicting to make. That's why I made 4. And you can choose, the cool thing is on this, you can choose to have you can have the paper on the inside, and this one, look, it's a little more narrow. Where I have the paper on the book page on the inside. Now you can have the book page on the outside if you prefer that. I don't think it would look as pretty, so I don't prefer that. But that's why I glued it, so that the book page would be on the inside of my triangles. And then once I make these envelopes complete, we are going to turn them into a dangle. Yeah, I'm just now thinking, I'm outside and my crocodile is inside. Well, that's not going to be very easy to do now, is it? No, I don't think so, Barb. But I do think I have a hole punch, so I can still create it. It just won't be created with a crocodile. So now I have my 4 little envelopes. That. Four envelopes. So I have 4 dangles. I'm not sure how many I'm supposed to send, but that really doesn't matter. In my little case I have here for being outside. Oh, I did bring some stuff outside. So I do have a hole punch. It's not a crocodile, but it's a hole punch. And my hole punch, I'm just gonna decide, do I want it hanging on this side? Or do I want to hang it on this side? So I think I will hole punch and give it some room there. I'm going to hole punch on the right, a couple of them. And then the other 2, I will punch on the left side. It's as simple as taking a bulb pin. They call it a bulb pin because it looks like a light bulb. And putting it through that hole like that, and now you have a dangle. You can fancy up your dangle by adding a bead. So to do that, you would add the bead first, and then the envelope. Or if you wanted to add a charm to it, I have a few charms in here. I don't have very many. I don't have ones that I like. Okay, here is, what is this? A cheerleader. Yeah, like I said, not something I like. I'm not a cheerleader. Okay. So there's the envelope dangle. And I'm going to put a little piece of paper in there, like it has a letter in it. I have to figure out how wide this is. It would be really cute to put. This is some cute paper. Nah, not with that. How about a little green one? Yeah. Okay, so this measures 1 and 3/8. So I'm going to make it 1.5. And we'll see what happens with 1.5. 1.5. And I'll put that in there like that. And I'm going to fold it down to where I need it. So this one measures 1.5 by 1 inch. 1.5 by 1. And if I had my stamps out here, this would be really cute to stamp something like I love you on it, or hello, or something. But there is my envelope dangle. Now somebody might receive this in the mail. Each one of these is going to be special in that way. Look, I found a little doggy. I found a little doggy charm. Isn't that cute? Can you see him? Little doggy charm. There is another pearl in here. This pearl's kind of small, but oh, it fits. It's going to go on there. with this little doggy. Maybe I should have put the dog first. Or maybe I won't put the pearl at all. I'll just put the dog. You know, I don't have a dog, but I like dogs. My grandkids always tell me I don't like dogs. But I'm going to add this in here too. Looks like it'll be about the same size, so I'm going to cut another 1-inch piece. And put my little love letter in there. You can add a heart shape. You can add anything you want to your envelope dangle. On the card I meant. Oops, I don't know what that was, but I dropped it. That was a bulb pin. And let's see what else I have. I have, this looks like a Mickey Mouse key. A Mickey Mouse key. Anybody like going to Disneyland or Disney World? It's a Mickey Mouse key. Now this one I know is a little wider, so I'm going to have to measure this a little differently. This one, I'm going to measure it this way and cut it that way. This looks about 1.5 by 1. But there we go. Oh no, that one's too tall. So I'm gonna have to be smaller than that. Let me see here. 1.5. And take off a 1/4 inch. That one, when I folded this envelope, I folded it weird. But there we go. With the Mickey Mouse pin. That one's cute too. And I have, this looks like Saturn. Like I said, I have random little, I'm not going to put Saturn on that one. I have a little girl. You see the little girl? She's cute. I'm going to put her on this charm holder. And I'm just going to put that. Of course, I put her backwards. There we go. And she's going to hang that way. Cute little girl. Well, that's how I made my charm dangles, my envelope dangles. They're really quite cute. And if I'm going to put them on a page, check this journal out that I'm making. It has some 1960s bugs. And since this is paper that kind of goes with the 60s theme, maybe it'll hang in on a page in here, which I haven't sewed in any signatures yet, but that would look really cute hanging in there. So that's how you do it. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.